seated, please. The member from Glengarry Prescott Russell, if you wouldn't mind getting into your seat so I can tell you to stop, but maybe I'll tell you to stop now. The member from Hamilton East Stony Creek, new question.
Thank you, Speaker. My question's to the Premier. Speaker, the Pan Am security contract just keeps getting worse. We're now learning that the U.S. firm this government selected to provide security for the Pan Am Games pled guilty to violating its license during the G20 summit and was fined $45,000 here in Ontario. Speaker, was the Premier or her minister aware of these violations, the guilty plea and the fine before this contract was awarded?
Minister of Community Safety and Correctional Services, Mr. Speaker.
Minister of Community.
Thank you, Speaker. Thank you. Speaker, let me just start by saying I'm very excited to be in my new role. I want to thank the Premier for giving me the opportunity to serve as Ontario's Minister of Community Safety and Correctional Services. Speaker, I also very much look forward to working with my critics, the member from Leeds Grenville and the member from London West, so that we can work together and find ways to make our province even safer and secure for every single Ontarian. Speaker, I'm new on the file, so I'm learning all the ins and outs. But I know one thing, Speaker. I know one thing for sure, and that is that our government is working in developing and setting a world-class Pan American Games in 2015 right here in our province. These games are going to be hosting world-class athletes from the Americas. They're going to be welcoming tourists from around the world. And Speaker, we are going to work with our security experts to make sure that these games are one of the most secure games around the world. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Supplementary.
I'd like to thank the Minister for no answer again. Speaker, how can this government have even considered a bid from a security firm that has broken laws in our province specific to the provisions of our security services? There's even a question, Speaker, about whose bid was lower and who had saved Ontarians money. The company that you didn't pick was Ontarian. Speaker, can the Premier or the Minister explain why this government awarded the contract for the Pan Am security to a U.S. firm with a checkered security history that was charging more when there was qualified firms here in Ontario with clean track records?
Thank you. Minister.
Speaker, security Speaker, security of games is a very serious issue, and we must rely on experts like the Ontario Provincial Police to make decisions as to what's the best form and who are the best one to deliver security. Speaker, in matters of securities, armchair quarterbacks are not welcome. That's not what we want to be doing. That's why we have got an integrated unit at the Ontario Provincial Police, which is responsible for contracting the security. They are responsible for all the details around the security. I will listen to their advice any single day than any member in this House from the government or from the opposition. Speaker, let the OPP do their job and make sure that Pan Am Games are the world-class games right here in the province of Ontario, Speaker.
Thank you.